John Boehner, and you, for that matter, are right to the larger immigration problem the doc is speaking to. But to the current crisis, actually more border control does nothing. Because, as I pointed out, they turn themselves into border control immediately.
That's assuming they get to border control.
We're not having difficulty catching them. They are insisting on being caught so they can get into the system.
Here's a real simple. The rule does not apply if they don't reach our border. Stop them before they reach our border.
Well, that requires the Mexican government. Sorry, that's the Mexican government.
We can invade Iraq and Afghanistan. We can't go 10 miles over the border into Mexico.
See, this is this is where I totally disagree, because we want people coming up to the borders of the United States. We just want to have a policy for them once they get there. Now, the situation you've drawn on that board, the situation you described, that is the one area of all of them in which President Obama is actually right. That needs changing by Congress. He can't change that rule. That was a law passed by Congress. There's another law as well which has to do with trafficking that he's enforcing rather zealously, somewhat conveniently.
Well, he could fail to enforce this law, though.
People walking up to the United States border.
But we can't ask him to do that after we criticize him for selecting the law. We can't encourage him to select.
Let's just be clear that this is the one place where all of a sudden Obama's hands are tied and the immigration law is ironclad. All other immigration law, including, by the way, people are supposed to be rounded up and deported if they don't show up for that process. That's not going to happen.
So just to do this, now, to solve the current problem, the 50,000 unaccompanied illegal children, I made this chart to get us all on the record. Now, Doc has put himself...
Incentive,
you may just write invade Mexico.
Incentive, protect the border. It's got to be the two. Take away the incentive and invade Mexico. Put up landmines, a moat, a fence, drones on the border, any of that stuff.
Charles gave voice to my suggestion as well. I think, Buck, we talked about this earlier. You're on the same page. Treat Central American unaccompanied illegal children the same way you do Mexicans. In other words, right now they're called OTMs. Make them simpatico with the Mexicans, which is they can be turned away at the border. They don't have to go through this process.
I don't want to make you write this, but I would also say expedite deportations. That has to be a part of this.
How about this? Working with the federales, like we did a lot back in the 90s, prosecute coyotes. Go after the guys who are getting the $12,000 to transport these kids dangerously through Mexico.
Well, the problem with that is that they can take them up to the U.S. border and then they're back in the hands of the Mexican government.
Well,